Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 22nd of December, Friday evening. It's 7:30 p.m. Actually, just gone past 7:30 p.m. And I'm noticing we have quite a lot of people here already. So I'm just going to go through a few names, but I'm not going to spend too long on this because I know it's close to Christmas. We've all got presents to wrap and shopping to do and all the things. And so I'm going to try and keep it a little bit short tonight. How is everyone? How are you all? Has anyone done anything fun or exciting this week? That's what I'd like to know. Hello, Suzanne. Yep. Merry Christmas to you too. Hello, Janine. Hi, Margaret. You're back, I see. Hey, Shirley. Hi, Chris. Hi, Rose. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. That's lovely. Yes, Merry Christmas to you too, Rose. I hope the new year is amazing for you too. Hello, Salvega. Hi. Nice to see you. I usually close my door. Oh, he might have gone. I usually close my door so Crumpet, in particular Crumpet, Merlot's not such a hassle because Crumpet likes to jump up on my table when I'm crafting, whereas Merlot doesn't. He tends to stay around my feet or under the desk. So, yeah, I think Crumpet has gone, so I probably could close the door, but it's open. So we'll see what happens. So I thought I'd show you something new tonight. Are we up for something new? Is everyone cool with that? If anyone has any special requests or anything that you would like to see, particularly, let me know. And even if we can't do it tonight, we'll do it coming up on another video soon. So what's happening over the next few days? Sunday night, which is my normal night, is Christmas Eve. I'm not going live on Christmas Eve night. So Sunday night, I won't see you. Maybe I'll put up on my VIP group or maybe on my page, I'll put up a couple of old videos for people to watch if they really want to watch something. But I'm thinking that everyone's going to be pretty busy on Christmas Eve anyway, right? Oh, cuddles with a 2-week-old granddaughter. How exciting. That's exciting, Moira. Merry Christmas, Monique. Hi, Kay. Thank you very much. Yes. Actually, it's just going to be me and hubby home for Christmas this year. The kids are gone. My son is at his father's, and my daughter's having Christmas with her boyfriend's family. So everyone's all over the place this year. It's a very different kind of a year for us. Just sort of getting used to that whole stage. I'm not quite there yet. Some years we did get to spend last weekend with them. So last weekend we did a family Christmas early because my dad lives in Tamworth, and we went up and spent the weekend or Saturday with and Saturday night with him. And then my brother and his sons all came over from Port Macquarie, and yeah, it was a lovely weekend. It was fantastic, actually. Really, really nice to see everybody. And hello, Margaret Griffith. How are you? Thank you for your kind wishes. You won't be live for the next month? Oh, Tassie, how exciting. I love Tassie. I'd love to take my husband there. Since he moved to Australia, he'll be 8 years on the 8th of January, and he has not been out of New South Wales. And I know that's awful that we haven't been anywhere. Partly due to cost, we bought a house in this time and all that kind of stuff. But also whenever we have a decent break or any holidays, we go home to visit his family because that's his only chance to see them. So we haven't seen very much here because we're too busy going home and visiting the US. It's just how it goes. Oh, you come from a beautiful place, Ida. That's one of my favorite places in the world, the Olympic Peninsula. I love it. Love, love, love it. I spent a little bit of time. I'm not sure. Oh, you're in Olympia. Okay. I was going to say, yeah, I spent a little bit of time in the Olympic Mountains when we went there years and years and years ago, back in 2000. And we went to a place called Port Townsend, and we stayed at Friday Harbour and a whole bunch of different places. And it's just the most magical part of the world. I love it. I could live there, no problems at all. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, all right, let's get started, shall we? All right, so I'm going to show you tonight a new suite that's called Nature's Sweetness. Now, some of you may have seen I've been playing with this a little bit over the past few days. I made a lot of my cards that went out with my catalogues, which have all gone now. So if something happens and you don't get a catalogue, I would think they'll all be there next week. So the last ones went, I had some go yesterday and some went today. in the mail, and so I would think they'll be there before New Year's if everything goes well. But if you don't get them, some of the girls, like a couple of girls in WA, might not get theirs maybe until the beginning of the following week. Not really sure. Hello, Deb. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you very much. Hello, Joan. How are you? All right. So on that note, let's get started. Like I said, I want to play with the Nature's Sweetness stuff tonight, and I'm going to show you the suite. It is what they call a mega suite. I can't show you the inside of the catalog yet, but I will show you, and I can't even show you all the cards that I made, all the cards that I went, but I did do a video this week. Some of you may have seen, I did 5 simple cards made with this suite. Super, super easy, really, really easy to do. Some of you probably saw it's your daughter's favorite. Yeah, it's lovely. Really, really lovely. It would be great for making an album. It'd be good for scrapbooking too, I think. But I love it. All right, so let's switch over and let's have a little look and see what we have. All right, so I have everything in the suite, and then somehow my room at the moment looks like a bomb went off, and I have misplaced the it's called faux leather trim. So this is a leather look trim. Is it called faux leather trim? Yes, faux leather trim. And it's a leather, it looks like a long piece of leather. That is the only thing I can't find for tonight's video. Don't worry, I will be using it over the coming days. I'm going to have a clean up tomorrow, so so hopefully I will have it by the next time I'm going live and I can show you. But there are 2, when they talk about a mega suite, that means 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets. Okay, so I'll go through those for you in a second. And also these, I love these. These are the cork embellishments. Super, super cute. Can you see them? They're actually little bits of cork, and they're self-adhesive. So when you peel them off, they've already got their little bit of glue. You don't have to stick a glue dot on them. They've already got the glue on them. So really, really cute to work with. Okay, I made a card with this morning, and I posted it. This is the card that I made today, and I used the Lovely and Sweet, this stamp here, which is really, really pretty. It's a little bit bigger than what's on the cover. Really, really beautiful stamp. And I've actually, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but I've Winker Stellaed in the middle of my flowers, and actually coloured my flowers with daubers. I like to do this if I want a really soft look. So rather than colouring it with blends or colouring it with watercolours, I actually use sponge daubers and ink, and it gives a much softer look because it's not very, if you look closely, it's not very precise. So, but I quite like that. And I've used petal pink for the flowers, and then the leaves I did in soft succulent. These are almonds. This plant is an almond plant. The almonds are actually done with pecan pie. If you look at the paper that comes with this gorgeous set, the colours in the paper are Pebble Path, which is this darker brown, Pebble Path, pecan pie, which is the colour of the almonds, and gold. Just those 3 colours, which means you can do a lot with it because you can add another colour and it will go with any other color. It's like a neutral palette that you can add other colors to. So I think that works really, really well. I love the gold. Can you see the gold splatter on this? The gold foil is absolutely beautiful. And then we've got like a grid pattern here with the Pebble Path. These are parts of the dies. So have a quick look at those with me. So this little banner here is actually this shape here. It does these cool little, like little embossed, they don't cut all the way through, like little dots. Can you see them? Let me get it close enough. Super, super cute. I know, it's really, really nice, really lovely to work with. Very, very easy to use. Like the lavender one that I did last week. I think these are 2 of the easiest sets to use right now. They're just really, really lovely. Very, very beautiful. So you can actually purchase the whole suite by putting in one code if you choose to. I love that they do that. Or you can just purchase the parts of the suite that you want. You don't have to have everything. You can order them independently. Or if you love it all and just want to make it really easy on yourself, you can just purchase them with one code. It's super, super beautiful. Does anyone need prices? I'm in Australia, so obviously the prices don't. Tell me if you want prices and I'll go through and give you some prices. The cork rounds, I think those, let me have a quick look. They're $11.50. For the cork rounds, and I think they're good value actually, because you know, when we have quite often the usual price for our adhesive embellishments like this is around $14 here in Australia. But on the back, it's adhesive back cork rounds, and it tells me there are 120. Half of them are the larger size and half of them are the smaller size. So super, super cute. Shelley's banned her daughter from ordering any more embellishments. You might let her get these ones. Well, that's nice of you. Oh, dear. Oh, that's nice, Marilyn. That's a lovely thing to do. Was it beautiful? Did you enjoy the Christmas concert? What a nice thing. That's lovely. All right, so let's move this. Oh, hello, Miss Michelle. I have not seen you for ages. I've been wondering how you are. You stay safe and well as well. It's lovely to see your name pop up. That made my night. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, even if you don't comment all the time, then hopefully you are still watching from time to time or watching replays or something like that. So there you go. Yep. Happy birthday, Marilyn. Exactly. And Merry Christmas too. All right. Now I used, when I did this, I didn't use the trim. I actually used, this is ribbon. Let me just see if I've got that close by. I think I do. This is a new ribbon that's in the catalogue. Does not go with this suite. It's part of a different suite, but I wanted to show it to you. It's really, can you see that? It's very, very, it's really light. I thought this would be heavy. It looked heavy to me in the catalogue, but when you get it, it's very, very light, which means it's easy to tie, and that is really nice. And if you're working with Pretty Peacock or Soft Succulent at all, and I used Pretty Peacock for because Pretty Peacock and Soft Succulent work really well together. When I did the sentiment in the Pretty Peacock, and then I matched my ribbon to that. So it's super, super nice. It's really nice ribbon, Ida. I'm sorry, these videos should come with a warning that, you know, you might actually want something after you see me use it. I'm sorry about that. That is actually my job description, what I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, I should have a warning at the front, shouldn't I? Sorry about that. But yeah, it's really, really nice. And see how it actually holds its shape really well. Can you see that? So it's very nice ribbon to tie. So that was a pleasant surprise. I got it sort of on a whim because I love Pretty Peacock. It's my favorite color right at the moment. I mean, my normal favorite color is Pool Party. And funny that we should mention that because I got this in my order today. I think Stampin' Up must be trying to clear out before Christmas. I placed an order yesterday morning and it arrived today. That never happens. Okay, that is crazy fast. But I had a celebration sized order, so it was over $90, and demonstrators are able to get celebration items right now. Everybody else will be able to get them on the 4th of January. But this was one of the options. It's this gorgeous, like, puckered ribbon. Isn't it beautiful? And it's in Pool Party. And so this was my freebie that I got with my $90 order. I made sure I was just under $90 and went, you know what, that's silly. If I'm that close to $90, I might as well get a free product. So I think I added some dimensionals or something like that to get myself over the $90 mark, which is always a smart thing to do. So there you go. There's a couple of ribbons, not part of this suite, but I wanted to show them to you because they're both so nice. Aren't they gorgeous? Love, love, love them. Hello, Jamie. How are you? Hi. Merry Christmas, honey. Hope you're well. Oh, it's your hubby's birthday, Monique. Well, happy birthday to your husband. I know. Thank you very much. I love the bundle too. It's super nice. All right. So you can see that I've stamped this in Pebbled Path, okay, and then cut it out with the matching die, all right? This fits on block E, if you're wondering. And then I used 2 different pieces of the paper from behind. So there's a whole bunch of things in here. I haven't even used all those dies yet, but super nice. And if you're wondering, the plants in here, these are almond. It's got the Latin names, but almond, vanilla, and cacao, or cocoa, as we like to call it. So that's what these 3 plants are. So super nice. I did notice something. Here's something to tell you. On the front of this stamp, okay, it's got the names of these, okay, and actually when you open it up, the stamps have the names as well, okay, but when you cut it out with the dies, it cuts that off. Okay, so when you're using the dies to cut out this is something I didn't notice until I did it today. When you cut these out with the dies, it removes the little Latin words. So that's something interesting. If you want the Latin words still to happen, you might need to stamp it first with the Latin words and then stamp it on a piece of paper, cut it out and pop it up. So you still have the Latin words, but you then just have your shape. But if you are cutting it out with the dies, you're not going to have the Latin words. Does that make sense? So, oh yeah, Megan, I know. Oh, and look, now that you're here, Megan, and a couple of other people, thank you so much. Katrina, if she's here, I'm not sure who else. I've received a couple of beautiful cards from some of you guys, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for my beautiful, beautiful Christmas cards. They are very, very much appreciated. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Oh, you got the free ribbon too. Is that, you mean this one? You mean that one, right, Leslie? It's gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. And it's about, how wide is this? It's Pool Party. What's it called? It's called Pool Party. Yeah, it's just called Pool Party Ribbon. That's not very creative, is it? Let's have a look. Crinkle ribbon. Crinkle ribbon. That's what it's called. And it is 5/8 of an inch or 1.58 centimeters. Okay, so if you're wondering, it's like just over 1.5 centimeters wide. Super nice. Really nice. Can't wait to use it. All right, so I'm going to put these back in here and try and remember where I put this. So look, I'm going to have to. Okay, here's a tip. Something I should do. This is do as I. Here we go. I think I've almost got it. Do as I do, and not as. Sorry. Do as I say, not as I do. When you first get your dies, it's a really smart idea. There it goes. That's what you should do. You get yourself a pen, okay, or even a pencil. Doesn't really matter as long as it's got a point. And you trace around all the dies on the backing sheet. Okay, if you're someone who uses magnet sheets, you could totally ignore this. But I think this is a really cool idea for those of you who keep your dies on a magnet sheet. Trace around them with a pen, and then you always know where they go, because what tends to happen is after a while they move around and you're not sure which goes near what. And it has two advantages. First of all, you'll be able to fit them all in without having them dump around on top of each other. And the second reason is you will know if any are missing. All right, so if you have traced a shape around each of the dies, you will know if any of them are missing, because you'll have an empty tracing with nothing there. So when I say trace around them, I literally mean grab a pen and literally go around. And I need to do this for all my dies, but sometimes when I do a big order, especially at the start of a new catalog, I have so many come at the same time. I get slack and I don't do them all, but I really need to sit down. Once upon a time, we used to have to put our stamps together. Does anyone remember that, when we had the wooden blocks and you had to actually die cut the rubber? Sorry, not die cut. You had to cut the rubber by hand, and then you had to assemble them. And when I very, very first got my very first order with my very first kit, I remember the kit used to be a set kit. You had to have a particular you had to have 5 particular sets. And if you didn't want those particular sets, you could change them for another set of the same value, but you still had to have 5 sets in your kit. Nowadays, they don't make you do that. Now you can have whatever you like in your kit, just up to a certain value. But back in those days, they did it a specific way. And then I used to sit down at the very start and lacquer all my blocks. I would seal them all with lacquer before I put them together with the rubber. And then I ended up with so many stamp sets that went by the wayside. Yeah, that didn't happen anymore, because I had too many stamp sets, and now I'm too lazy most of the time to even just trace around my dies. So look, see, that's where that one would go. All right, so there we go. I can now see where that one goes easily. Hello, Jolene. How are you? I'm glad the concert was good. That's awesome. Yes, thank you so much, Megan. I'm very, very grateful. It was, and such a beautiful card. There was a lot of work in that. I looked at it and went, wow, what a cool card. All right, another set. This is the other set in the same suite. This one's called Notes of Nature. This one is all about layering, okay, whereas this is more about elements, Okay, this one is all about layering, and I think this is beautiful. I love that you can use this as a background. I love that it's got a field note, like a little table here, like a ledger. We've got some, oh, remember what we call this? Dottage. I know you like it when I say dottage, Cherie. So those look fantastic. And then you've also got some leaves and other bits and pieces. Now, some of these things do cut out with the matching dies. Let's have a quick look. Your case, Lisa. Aha, there you go. All right. Now this one has some really cool shapes. So these three here actually match these stamps. That one, and that one. Okay, so those three stamps have matching dies to cut them out, and the rest are standalone dies. So I really love this. I haven't used these yet. I haven't used any of them. I have used some of these, but I haven't actually cut anything out yet with this. And then this is really cool. You know, you could actually like make a journal or something with this, and it's got some really cool ideas. And there's also like a perforated line down the halfway mark here. I'll bring it up closer so you can see. You see that perforated line? I saw Jill Taylor, who works for Stampin' Up. I saw she cut this out and then she tore it down that mark, okay, which gave a really interesting look. So it's open to lots and lots of different ideas, this particular set, and I really love it. All right, let's look at the paper. So the only thing I'm not showing you in the suite is the faux leather trim. This paper is absolutely beautiful. So one side has the foil. See how pretty this is? I'm trying to hold it in the light so you can see the light shining on it. Oh, it's too hot up there, is it? You use magnet sheets for your dies? Yeah, I'm going to have to bite that bullet and get some magnet sheets myself. Yep, I agree. I think it's a great way to go, and I've seen a few people do that. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Michelle. Did you get this set? Have you got it already? So, yeah, this is really, really pretty. You've got your lovely foil line drawing. And then on the back, we've got our beautiful grid with the Pebble Path. Pebble Path is one of my favourite ink colours. So it's in our current ink colours. My two favourite ink colours are these two, Boho Blue and Pebble Path. Okay, so that's the one we're using. And if I was to pick my next favourite, it would be Moody Mauve. Okay, so they're my three favourite ink colours at the moment. As you can see, this goes beautifully. I'll keep that out. And then there's two of each sheet. So I have, as you can see, used quite a bit of mine for when I did my other cards. This has got like a script on the back with garden notes. Super easy to use. This is like little white leaves on a foil background. Super, super nice. This one, another foil piece. And on the back, we've got some of those different elements close up. You can recognize them. You can see the vanilla in there and the almonds. And then this one, this is the one I used on my card with the gorgeous gold dots. Super nice. And on the back of that, I really like this one. I haven't used that yet, but I think this is really nice. Maybe we should use that tonight. Maybe. Because I really like that and I would like to use it. All right. So this one has like gold script on Pebble Path. And on the back, it has Pecan Pie Ledger. Okay, really, really nice the way these colours look together. I would not have thought to put Pecan Pie Path and Pebble Path together, but with the gold, they're just beautiful. Saw that one already. Saw that one already. And then I think we've seen most of these. Oh, this one we haven't seen. Now, this one's interesting. So that one we have seen. So this is the only one we haven't seen yet. It has like a grid, like a distressed kind of a grid in gold on a white background. And then the other side has these 6 elements, okay? So if you were looking for quick and easy cards, you can very, very simply cut this, okay? Cut it in half and then make your card fronts out of these pieces. I think it goes that way, actually. I think these are really nice, and you could add different things. You could add, you know, sentiments to it, but you can make really quick and easy cards. All right, so there you go. Yeah, top of your wish list. I'm not surprised, Michelle. It's gorgeous. Love, love, love it. All right, so let me move those out of the way. I'm thinking I'm going to keep this piece out because I really like it. I'm not sure what I'm going to put it with, but we'll work that out as we go along. super nice. This is actually the back of this one. So this is the piece that I cut for this card, because I really liked this. This is kind of my first choice, but I like what's on the back as well. So we will play with that today. I have pulled out, even though it doesn't actually say that crumb cake is in this colouring, I liked crumb cake in with these colours. I thought that was really nice. And I like the Pebble Path as well. So maybe we go Pebble Path this time, just to keep the colours kind of together. And I'm just going to grab a Pebble Path scrap and let's see where this takes us. I have no idea where this takes us. Also, I have something else new to show you tonight, which I'll do before the end. So this is 10 centimeters across. If you're doing a card front in US sizing, it would be 4 inches across. And then this is 14.3 centimeters long. So there's my card front piece. And then I'm thinking I've got, maybe we'll go lengthways this time. That might be nice. And I'm going to go 13.8 with this. I'm actually looking at this and thinking to myself, oh, we could add black in with this. I like black with Pebble Path. That would look really nice, but we'll just take our time with that. I am not so sure about that. And do I want to have, I'm thinking maybe I will use the Notes of Nature set. And I'm going to use my lovely piece of grid here because I really like the grid. I think the grid is super, super, super nice. Now, if you could put it on a block, a longer block, but if you only have a D block, if you put it on diagonally, it fits quite well. And then I'm going to grab, I've got my Pebble Path that I already got out. Oh, if anyone's wondering too, I am using my glass mat. I'm loving it. It makes that clunky noise when you put things on it, but I've gotten used to that. It's great. I'm enjoying it very much. All right, so I'm going to just I'm thinking just have like do a little bit of a corner. Can we see that okay? I just realized I need a better light. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn on my overhead light, which I forgot to do. Let's see if this helps. It should. And Crumpet is under the table, so hopefully he'll stay there and not decide to jump up. That is better, isn't it? Isn't that better? You love the glass mats. You think it makes you craft faster. I don't know about that, but it does keep a space clean on my desk. That is the thing I have been enjoying about the mat. I think that's really, really cool. All right, so I'm thinking I like this across here. And maybe, because I have got some, let me see. I have got quite a bit of, let's do a strip with this gold because it's really nice. And I'm just going to cut probably about 1/4 of an inch, or what's that, about 6 or 7 millimeters. I just want to strip. And we'll make this the same length as that piece of paper. And I just want to have that going across the bottom of this. So let me grab my, I'll just grab, it doesn't matter what glue you use. You can use anything you like. And I'm just going to have that going across the bottom there. Actually, I'm going to have it right there on the edge of my DSP. And I'm thinking I will put this, actually I just going to line that up a little bit better. All right, so I'm going to put this straight onto my Pebble Path piece. Just like that. Okay. Don't you like the white drawing on the Pebble Path? I think that looks so good. It's really, really nice. And now I'm not going to use it, but I was playing around with another set today. I will show you this another time, but look how cool this set. I've got this sitting here waiting to go onto another card. I mean, we could put this on here. That would look nice, but I'm not going to do that tonight. So I'm deciding if I wanted to, I could put this one on and put it over the top, but I feel like that might almost be too much. That might be too much. So let's grab my scrap bucket, my scrap box. Here it is. And let's find ourselves a shape to go across the backing. I'm thinking I could go, of course, with a vellum circle. That would work. But I know how much you guys all love it when I use vellum circles. So probably not. That's okay. Also, I have the deckled circles. Those are really good. This might work. So I'm going to, and I've got a larger one too, but I think that might be, maybe, I don't know. I could go lengthways as well, which would kind of look interesting. So I don't know. Do we go landscape or do we go portrait? What do you guys think? Do we have a preference? All right, I am going to grab, I'm thinking I will go with that lovely big almond because I think it's really nice. And maybe I'll color it differently tonight. So that might be, I like the softness of this, but maybe we'll do something a little bit different. What do you guys think? Do we like the almond? Is the almond going to be too big? I mean, like I can have it with a circle behind so it comes down, or we can have it so it goes up. Here I've got it going up and I think it looks quite nice, but I could have it going down as well, which would also look good. Maybe I'll do that, something different. So I'm going to put this on block E, which is the right size block for this. And I'm going to stamp it here on a piece of white. And I'm going to use my Pebble Path ink for that. Haha. What was Jamie was screaming? Glass mat convince you? Okay. I have been going all week to make a video about the glass mat. It will still happen. I'll just have run out of time, literally. I mean, I guess I was asking a little bit too much of myself in Christmas week. But there are a number of things that the glass mat is good. First of all, I use grid paper. So I still get the grid on here. I can still use a grid, but I'm not wasting a ton of paper and throwing it away at the end when I've used it up. I go through grid paper fairly quickly, but with the glass mat, I will never go through it. So it's a saving thing for me. That's my first thing. The other thing is it helps me keep everything away from my space except what I'm working on. So that was the first thing that kind of surprised me about the glass mat, was that I actually had to clean my desk to make it work functionally for me. So there you goes. Okay, so what color will we do this? So I use what do we call this? I use Lost Lagoon here and Petal Pink. I'm thinking maybe we do something a little bit different maybe this time. What color could we, I think maybe Mossy Meadow. So the question is, will I use my blends? I don't think so. I think I'm going to use Mossy Meadow, and I'm actually going to use my oh, let me see. I've got a water painter. Water paint is great because you can kind of control how much color you get in a water painter. The problem that I have is that mine has color in it, as you can see. So I'm just going to squeeze, making sure I've got all the color out from before. I'm squeezing it until the water comes out the end. And yep, that's good. Okay, so I'm actually going to come in here and I'm going to pick up, I'm just going to put a block into my Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to actually drop a couple of drops of water here, and we're going to kind of do a watercolor effect. All right, so how much you get, you can kind of control the amount of color. All right, so I can make some of it darker in places and I can make it lighter in places. So, and you don't have to be precise. In fact, it's better if you're not, because watercolor is not a precise medium. It actually gets its life and energy from all the little bits that you leave, the bits that you don't color. So you can see I'm not being particularly particular about this. I'm just coloring, and I'll come back and darken up particular areas if I want to. Mossy Meadow is one of my favorite colors to watercolor with. It's a great neutral green, works really, really well, and it goes with lots of other colors. So yeah, just when it comes to watercoloring, you kind of just play with it. And you can see I'm not going back and getting more color very often either. I'm just working with what's on my brush, and I'm just coloring. And if I do want to darken up anything, I can come back in here and I can add a little bit more color here to the middle or to the base of the color of the leaf. Sorry. You can see now I've got a little bit more color coming in there, and it just, you don't need to do very much with it. It's very, very simple. If you want it to be lighter, squeeze a bit more water through and start applying your color. I love that watercolors, your water painters make it very portable to do this. So you can take a, you know, if you want to go out into the field and actually do some work, you can just take a water painter with you, and or a couple of water painters, and you've got everything you need. All right, kind of happy with that. That looks good. Now, to get rid of this, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a scrap of paper here, and I'm going to squeeze my water through, and I'm going to, you can see it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. Or you can go to another, we're almost got all of our color out. So there we go. Now, what color will we make? We can go petal pink again. Petal pink is a nice light pink, and like it's almost apricot really. As you can see here, it's more apricot than pink. But I can do that. Maybe I will stick with that because it's a nice light color for blossoms. And let me grab, I only need a little bit, so I'm going to use a small block, and I'm going to put it into, you can barely even see it on here. A little bit of water, and let's pick that up and start coloring with it. Who likes to use water painters? I love them. I think they're great. I'm going to go a little bit darker. Okay, a little bit more color here in the middle. There we go, just like that. All right, so this is how it's looking. Can you see that? If you want it more pink, you could go up to a color like Floaty Flamingo. That would look nice. Now this color, the color of the almonds themselves, I'm thinking that that probably should be pecan pie. That's what I did with this one. That's pecan pie there. So I'm going to use the same block because we don't need much, and that petal pink is so light, you won't even notice that. So I'm going to squeeze some water through. Now, if you're not sure, you can do it on some, yep, that's going to be good. You can do it on some scrap first to test the color and make sure the color is what you want. All right, if I want a bit more color in these edges here. That's looking good. All right, what do we think? Do we like that? How's the coloring? I think it's not bad. Now, there's a whole bunch of things you can do. You can color around it. We're going to be cutting ours out, so there's no need to color around it. If I was going to color around it, a color I like to work with when I color around an image that I've already painted is Pool Party. It looks like sky behind whatever it is that you're, and you could have sky behind this, right? So that actually works really well. So I'm going to close these up so I don't stick my elbows in it, because you know I will, right? You like to, Margaret? Yeah, it's very therapeutic. All right, I've got my cleaning cloth for my glass mat. I love this thing, and I'm just going to clean off my blocks with that, so I don't have a big mess. And I've been using this for a number of things. This comes with the glass mat as well, but one of the things I use it for is to hold my cleaning mat while I'm busy working. So there you go. So that's all your different bits and pieces. All right, so we've got our lovely and sweet dies, which is matches our lovely and sweet stamp set. And I am going to cut this out. Now, can you see what I mean? How it cuts off the Latin words. So the little words are here, but we're going to lose those unless you particularly want to, and then in which case you would stamp straight onto your project. And if you want it to be 3D, then do a second one and lift that one, okay? Then you'll have this little bit of words left over. All right, I'm going to run this through my cut and emboss machine really, really quickly. And it won't take a moment and we'll have it done. Okay, this is looking very, very, very nice. Okay, really like it. Now, the question next is, do I go landscape and do I go portrait? I asked the question before and I didn't look to see if anybody had said what they prefer. Landscape said Nairi. Portrait says Leslie. I think Nairi was first. Is it StazOn that you use with a heat gun and embossing powder? No. StazOn is a solvent ink. It won't run with when you apply water, so it's great for watercoloring because you can put it down and then your colors will stay where you want. But you can't emboss with it because it's quick drying. You need a slow drying ink like a pigment ink. So you would need Versamark ink would be my bet. That's one of these. This one. This is fantastic for embossing, Jamie. So this is what it looks like. Well, that's what it looks like when it's new. And then I won't show you what it looks like when it's old because it gets really yucky after a while. But it still works great. It just doesn't look as pretty as that. So, all right. So the question is, if I put this on here, and I am going to, don't worry, I'm going to put something behind this so it stands out more. That's how it's going to look if it's coming down from the top, which actually I really like that. If we do it this way, it would still look nice, but I actually think for this particular one, I am actually going to go, I'm so sorry, Nari, I am actually going to go portrait because I want this to kind of hang down lengthways, and then I've got room down the bottom here for my sentiment. So, all right, so the color that I put behind this, and do I want this on this piece or do I want it on a smaller one? Either would look good. I think the bigger one's going to look better. Yeah, it is. All right, so let me get a blending brush. I'm deciding, do I want petal pink behind? That would look good. I think it would look really nice, actually. Or do I want to add a green behind it, like Old Olive, perhaps? So let me see. Has this got, let me grab a scrap. Got some scraps left over from some cards I was making the other day. Now that has got a bit of petal pink and a little bit, yeah, see that would look really nice with that color coming from behind. And I think that's the go. So let's do it in petal pink. I think it'll look nice. The other thing about the glass mat that I really like is that it's very, very durable and great for doing certain techniques. So, you know, it's heat resistant. So you can do your embossing on it. And it's, you know, it's non-porous. So you can use some different techniques that require a non-porous surface, such as, oh, what do I call it? Like an ink, where I want to pick up ink from my mat, such as the smush, I can never say it, smushing technique. That would work. All right, I'm going back in with my, and I just want to make sure this is big enough. So yeah, I will do a video about it because I think it has a lot of things that make it really useful. And it just looks professional. It looks like you know what you're doing, right? Well, got everyone filled there, but hey, so this is how this looks now with this behind. Looks good, doesn't it? I really like that. Okay, all right, let's pop this down here. I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to grab myself some dimensionals. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add these in the middle here, like this. Take these off, take the backs off so they're sticky now. And we're going to have that going over like this. And then I'm also going to have some on behind here. So I kind of feel like this is a set that it's hard to make a card and really go wrong. I think it's just such a nice set. Okay, that's looking really good. Now there's also in this piece here, there's this little, I showed it to you before, this little one here that does like little extra. I feel like we might need to pop that down towards the bottom here. So I'm quickly going to cut one of these out. And then the question is, what do I want to have on my little banner? Like, what do I want it to say? I've got so sorry, but that's not really what I want to have, I don't think. I don't think I would want this to be because so sorry could be for a sympathy card or just, yeah, just a card for something. You can put this one on, this sending a bit of love your way. That's nice, but you would need to have your piece going this way, and it's not going to work with my card. I really want my piece going across ways, so probably here. So I'm thinking maybe I will grab another sentiment. What did I put on the one that I did this morning? Oh, who knows? I don't even know where that card is now. Oh, here it is. Oh, sending thanks. Okay, that's nice. This is from the Stippled Rose set, this one. And I use this sending thanks. There's also a really nice Happy Mother's Day in this set. Love this set. It's gorgeous. You'll see me do lots of fun things with this at some point. But right now I'm just going to use the sending thanks. And I'm going to put that on block B here. And I'm going to use my, what color will I go? Okay, the question is, what color will I go? Pebble Path, which matches my background, or will I go Mossy Meadow, which is going to match my leaves? I'm leaning towards the Mossy Meadow. What do you think, guys? The reason why is there's not as much green on here. So if I use the Mossy Meadow, that might help bring some balance, and we'll have it in more than one spot on the card. Oh, you like the ornaments I did the other day. That's great, Jamie. Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun video to do, actually. Oh, you're back again, Monique. Hi. Oh, hello, Joan. Nice to see you. Nice to have you with us. Old Olive. I know it's a funny name, isn't it? I always think it sounds like the little old lady that lives down the street, Old Olive. That's what I think it looks. That's what I think it sounds like. Poor old Olive. Oh, thank you for being happy with. I've decided I'm gonna use the Mossy Meadow. So let me pop that on there. This is a really nice stamp. It's got like a nice script to it. See how nice this is? It's very pretty. And then I'm going to pop that on a couple of dimensionals as well. What would we do without dimensionals? I mean, really, they're like a necessary. The only bad thing about dimensionals is I end up with little diagonal hexagon shapes all over the house. I have a photo somewhere of Crumpet having one on his nose, and I promise I didn't put it there. It just ended up there. All right, there we go. Now, one last thing to add. I'm going to come in here with some linen thread. This is not part of the suite, but it's something that I love to use a lot. And I think we'll add some of those cork rounds too, because those are fabulous. So let's tie this. And I've got myself get a glue dot. What have I done with those? Here they are, back in their box. That's why I can't find them. And I'm going to stick. This is my favorite way to use glue dots. I think it makes it easier. Your glue dots are on the roll here. Let's pull it up so you can see it. Can you see the glue dot? And I'm going to stick whatever it is I want to stick on. In this case, it's a bow. Stick it to the glue dot. Cut your end so that it's ready to go. It's just sitting there. And then when you take off, you can just pull it off and the glue dot comes too and it's ready to stick on. Now, the question is, where do we want this little bow to go? I can put it a number of places. I can have it at the top of my little branch here, but I'm thinking maybe somewhere down around the bottom. Maybe down here at the edge of my banner. That might be good. What do you think? Does that look good? I think it does. And then where are our cork rounds? Here they are. So these are super nice. We kind of changed this as we went. As usual, I hadn't decided what I wanted to do tonight. So I'm really glad this has turned out really pretty. All right, let me get the point of my scissors, or you could use take your pick tool, and we're going to put one of the biggest size cork round, and I'm going to have one here, and then I'm going to have a couple of little ones. One at the top here, maybe one here, and one right near the top somewhere. There we go. That looks really good. Now, I feel like this is flapping around a little bit, so it needs another dimensional under there. So let's put that under there. That's better. All right, and it needs, of course, to go on a card base so we can say it's a completed card. So let me... And I had a completed card base, everything ready to go when I started. But, of course, I've now piled a million things on top. So it's not here anymore. Oh, dear. It is here. It's just under stuff. Who else can't craft tidy? I just can't. It's just not. It's not humanly possible for me to. Here it is. Found it. It's not humanly possible for me to craft tidy. I always get myself in such a mess. But you know what? The main thing is, if you're happy with the project, who cares if your desk is a mess? You can always clean that up later, right? All right, so this is going to go on here like this. You can use whatever glue, seal, Tombow, tape, whatever you like. And I'm going to roll this along, give it a flick at the ends, which stops it from gumming up, because we don't like it when they gum up. And we're going to pop that on there. And I'm going to call this, oh look, a hexagon. I'm going to call that a finished card. What do we think? Do we like it? What do you think, guys? I just noticed that my must have bumped my phone because my desk went crooked. Making everybody seasick. So there we go. So now I've got two cards I've made today with this. both using the same and yet completely different cards. Totally different. Oh, goodness me. Yes, my whole desk, Deb, has been used for everything from wrapping presents to I've got stuff everywhere at the moment. So, and because I just did my big mail out, I sent, well, it's big for me. I sent 76 catalogs. So they all had to be, and I made a card to go in each one. So I had all my celebration catalogs, my new mini catalogs, a little bit of information about how people can use them, a card or a project. Wasn't always a card. There was some other projects in there for each one, and they all went in the mail. The last ones went in the mail today. But after doing that, my desk, my whole craft room just looks like a bomb. I've got stuff everywhere. So there you go. Do you like it? I think it looks really cool. I'll post this tomorrow on my thing. All right. So how do we go? 8:27. I'm going to show you something. I won't make anything, but I'm going to show you something else that has just come out this month. And it's a new kit. Who loves kits? Anybody? Now, if anybody lives close to me and you're looking for a Christmas gift, I do have some extra kits here in the studio. You can come and pick one up and you've got an instant Christmas present if that's something you'd like to do. I have actually got a few in stock. I've got the rustic Christmas countdown kits, got a few of those, and a couple of other kits as well. So come on over and you can have a look and see what I have. But this is a new kit and I really liked it. It is not a stamping kit. So this is one of our cheaper priced ones, and super, super nice. I will show you first. It makes 9 cards. We have these beautiful envelopes. Can you see them there? And then you've got 3 of each design. Okay, like I said, no stamping, so the words are already on these little banners and circles and things. All right, so let's move that out of there because that's very difficult for you to see what's going on. And then I will get this open so you can see it. Oh, I know, same. Yep. I saw a really funny thing the other day about printers, Jamie. I saw it was there was a girl talking to her printer, and her printer was talking back to her, and the printer's just saying, I can't do it, I'm out of magenta, I can't do it. And she's saying, you're not out of magenta, it's a black and white document, and so then she said, oh, I can't because I can't find the network. Oh, I can't because I'm out of paper. All the reasons that the printer couldn't do its job. Yep. Now, why did you just faint? Why would that be, Deb? I don't understand. Oh, yeah, the floor is a massive mess at the moment. I've decided that's the place I'm starting tomorrow, Monique. I'm going to clean the floor first because once I clean the floor, it doesn't look as bad. 3 different crafting areas. Oh, my goodness, I know. Yeah, tomorrow's my day as well. Yep. Looks like okay, I've got a tip for you all. Okay, this is what I do when I get myself into a big mess, or if I am on a deadline, I need to get something done. I do a thing called a Pomodoro. Has anyone ever heard of a Pomodoro? And that's not the Italian. It is the Italian word for tomato, but that's not what I'm talking about. It goes back. The guy who designed the Pomodoro, you can get it on an app. It's free. You can get it on your phone. You download it on the App Store, and all you've got to do is it does 25-minute increments. And you're in focus session where you work for 25 minutes and then you have a 5-minute break. And the whole idea is you get as much done as you possibly can in 25 minutes and then that's it, you have a break. So I break all my massive tasks down into 25-minute lots, and it really works well for me. So that's your little tip for tonight. Oh, the amount of stuff I sent out. Right, got it, understand. It wasn't so bad. I know people who've got a much bigger list than I do. So I was talking to my friend Susan, and her list is like more than double mine. She's huge numbers of things that she's got to send out. All right, so these are really nice. It shows you how you put them together. You've got your little instructions here. And the way they do the instructions these days, they have pictures, because most people respond better to pictures than they do to written instructions. And so it shows you how to put them together, which is really, really cool. But there's no stamping because all of it is already done for you. So here's the envelopes. Aren't these cute? The set is called Painted Wishes. and it's super nice. I can hear, we seem to have some cicadas or something outside. Look how nice these envelopes are. And just a little bit of a peekaboo of some leaves over the corner of the envelopes. Super nice. And then you've got all the different pieces to help put them together. And these are the card bases. So these would be really great. You could do them with kids, or you could, if you have someone who's new to stamping, or not stamping, but new to card making, these are a great introduction. All right. Really, really easy. And you can put them together and feel a little bit accomplished. So you can see that you've got different languages depending on where in the world you are. You've got thank you for your kindness that you can put in the middle here of these beautiful flowers, or you can actually put them on the other ones. So this one here, it shows me that we've got thank you for your kindness across these ones. Is it these ones? Yes, it's these ones. So this here goes, you would pull that out and put that across the middle here. See how nice that is? I mean, super, super easy. So if you don't have a lot of time, this is a great way of doing some quick and easy cards. All right. I love the kits for this reason. They're a great starter item, but they're also really good for people who don't have a lot of time or energy, or maybe think to themselves that they're not artistic. Well, that's a load of rubbish, because everybody is. They just don't know it yet. So these kind of kits can be a great way of showing people that they can do things. And you can also change them up, and look at all the lovely card bases. So you can see these are really nice. I feel so blessed to have a wonderful, kind, and amazing friend like you. That's really cute. So there are three of these. So 3, and you can have whichever language you would like. And then wishing the happiest birthday to you. And then we've got that in 4 languages as well. And 3 of those. All right. And the round one goes on, which one is it? I think it's this one over here. Hang on, I did see them a minute ago. It's the ones with the square. Where is the square? Oh, it's this one. So, you would use your wishing your happiest birthday. And if you wanted to, you can make a vellum circle and put that behind there, couldn't you, Michelle? Don't you think that would be a great idea? Oh, very, very nice. So that's a really cool little kit, and I wanted to show it to you. It does come with tape, and it comes with some gold twine that you can add to make them a little bit more special. So that's where you get a little bit crafty. And it's got, does it have, I think they usually have, and maybe I didn't see it, but yeah, it's got a little pack of dimensionals in there as well. All right, I just didn't see them, but I know they're there somewhere in here. Or is a pack of little pack of dimensionals. They just, whoop, cork rounds. They're here. I just didn't see them. Oh, there they are. Oh, and look, sequins. Pretty peacock sequins. Aren't they pretty? So there's your dimensionals in your bag. And there's your little sequins that you can add to pretty them up. So there you go. Isn't that cute? So there you go. That is the latest kit. Now, something we do bring out new kits every month. So what needs to be tidied up? Suzanne and Megan are talking to each other, and I need to. Oh yes, the 3 different crafting areas. Right? Yes, understand. Oh look, Megan just put up the name of the set. It's $25 for this set. Makes 9 cards, and she's put the code up for anyone who wants to order it. Megan, thank you so much. I'm going to have to start compensating you somehow for helping to do that, because it makes it easy for people to order. It is a great kit. I love the colors they've used, and in fact I like the colors so much that it makes me think these colors would be a great color for a great group of colors for a challenge, or to to put some cards together using these colors. So what colors do you think we've got here? We've got, looks like maybe lemon lime twist in here, pretty peacock. The rose looks like it's bubble bath and a darker color. Maybe, what would the darker color be? I am not sure. Is it moody mauve maybe? Hard to tell. And are the colours written down somewhere? Oh, it does tell me. Okay. Coordinating Stampin' Up colours. Garden green, lemon lime twist, moody mauve. I was right. Petal pink, pretty peacock, and wild wheat. So it's petal pink, not bubble bath. But I think bubble bath would look good as well. And wild wheat. Wild wheat is the yellowy kind of a colour. And wild wheat is a bit controversial. A lot of people don't like wild wheat. They go, ew, no, we don't like it. It's this colour here. But it looks great in with other colours. So don't write it off because there's other colours it can go with that actually bring out the best in wild wheat because it doesn't always do a great job of that itself. So there you go. I'm going to put that away. But I thought you would like to see it. Whenever there's a kit coming out, I like to look at them, and if it's something I think, oh, I think my viewers would like to see that, then I will show you. So there we go. There's our card tonight. I only made the one, but I hope that was okay. And I would like to wish you guys all a wonderful, wonderful Christmas. Okay. Yes, the pink was moody mauve and petal pink, but I think bubble bath would look good in there as well. Any other questions? Oh, thanks, Megan. Thank you so much. Does anybody have anything to say before I head off? Don't forget, I will not be here on Sunday night. No video Sunday night. It's Christmas Eve, and we're just going to have a family. Well, it'll just be me and my hubby, but, you know, still, I want all of you guys to enjoy your families for Christmas, and I'm sure it's going to be a lovely, quiet Christmas for quite a few of us this year. All the very best to you all. I will be back next Tuesday for Technique Tuesday, so I will see you then. And have a fantastic weekend. Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye.